Today I'm going to be reviewing a book called The Life We Never Expected, and this is by Andrew and Rachel Wilson, and it's from Crossway. And you may remember recently I reviewed a book called The God of All Things, and this is the same author, Andrew Wilson, so that's what initially drew me to check out this book because I was looking for other books that he had written. And then what also drew me in was it is hopeful reflections on the challenges of parenting children with special needs. So I don't have a child of my own with special needs, but I do work with children. I'm a special education teacher in an elementary school. So that kind of drew my interest too, because I think, something I see in my everyday life is while we don't all have children of our own that may be having some of these challenges or may have unique and special needs, it's also important for us to have compassion for other people that do or that walk through different challenges that we may not have in our own lives, and just be able to, walk alongside them and help them through the challenging times and be there to smile for the good times. So I just thought this would be a good book to check out and share with my audience. So let's go over a little bit about what this book is about. It says, sometimes life throws you a curveball. Andrew and Rachel Wilson know what it means to live a life they never expected. As the parents of 2 children with special needs, their story mingles deep pain with deep joy in unexpected places. With raw honesty, they share about the challenges they face on a daily basis, all the while teaching what it means to weep, worship, wait, and hope in the Lord. Offering encouragement rooted in God's Word, this book will help you cling to Jesus and fight for joy when faced with a life you never expected. This is also a shorter read. I got through it pretty quickly. It's about 150 pages. So it's not super long. It also really drew me in because it is exactly what you're thinking when you hear this. It is parents that are telling stories about their day-to-day life and some of the challenges they went through, some of the good times they went through, and kind of how they leaned on the Lord through it all. So it's just a really great lesson. And let me see. I like how it started. Just trying to think I don't want to read too much of it and give too much of it away either, but I also want to show you a little bit. So it starts out just talking about a day in Rachel's life. Rachel is Andrew's wife. And it says, some days require a lot of deep breaths. That's true for every parent, but my guess is that it's intensified when you have children with special needs. For me, Thursday, August 4th, 2013 was one of those days. Remembering it, even months later, brings on a weird combination of shudders, tears, and giggles. We're on vacation, but it's an early start anyway. Zeke wakes up at 4:30 a.m. and Andrew starts the day with him. Vacations with our children are usually more exhausting than normal life, partly because the kids have their sleep routines messed up by being in a new place. In this case, a house belonging to friends who are away on vacation, and partly because the normal support from school, nursery, parents, and friends isn't there. After an hour or so, Anna is up, the first DVD of the day is nearly finished, and breakfast is about to get started. Cheerios with milk for Anna, and dry Weetabix, yes, I know, for Zeke. So far, so good. Then Andrew wakes me up to tell me he's just vomited. This happens sometimes, obviously. Men get sick. I suspect men who have been tired for 2 years get sick more often than most, and those surrounded by the kind of antics I'm about to describe get sick more often still. But this is now round 3 of the second sick bug of the summer holidays, as in Anna, then Zeke, then a 2-week break when no one is sick, then Anna, then Zeke, and now Andrew. And I'm beginning to find it annoying. I stare at him in dismay, hoping he's joking. He isn't. I take a deep breath, get up, and go downstairs. My appearance somehow makes it a matter of intense urgency that the Oliver & Company DVD case be found and handed to Zeke. We've now gotten used to the randomness of Zeke's obsessions, but it can still be wearing. The Oliver & Company DVD case, not the DVD itself, and certainly, God forbid, not the video. The branded cover inside but removable, the location of the case in Zeke's carefully laid out line of 20 other cases, the explosive reaction to any interference with said line, especially from his sister, the unique and often incomprehensible words that summon the case to be brought, the bouncing up and down, the hand flapping that follow its arrival, and the rest. Knowing a no will cause an outburst, but a yes will cause repetitive behaviors for several hours, and it's only 6:15 a.m. I deny the request. Zeke repeats it. I deny it. Bargaining at this stage is pointless. Zeke repeats it. I deny it. Repeat 11 times. The inevitable outburst comes. I take another deep breath. So I won't keep reading, but I just wanted to show you the relatable writing style. It's very, very informal, very storytelling, but it's just easy for us to relate to, and to, you know, especially if you work with children with special needs, or you have a child with special needs. I'm sure, you know, you've gone through situations like that before. So I think it just can be a really helpful guide if you're in the trenches going through these things, or if you are, you know, someone who is, and you're trying to better understand and be more compassionate and more helpful to that family or that person. I think this book would be really good for that. It's a pretty easy read. I love how the storytelling aspect of the book, and also how they tie everything back to relying on God. So that's why I enjoyed reading this book, and I would recommend it. Like I said, if you work or have children with special needs, or if you are just looking to better understand someone who does, help them, have more compassion, then I would highly recommend The Life We Never Expected by Andrew and Rachel Wilson.